Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Bear Beer Reviews. Today we're going to be going to Iceland. I'm wearing a Barren Icelandic Schnapps t-shirt to do a review of a beer that I tried when I was out there, and I really enjoyed it when I was out there. I couldn't believe I could actually find it here in England. So we are going to be trying the Einstök White Ale, Icelandic White Ale. Einstök Ölgerð, I believe is how you pronounce it. That's the brewery up in Akureyri, which is spelt kind of strange. You can just see it on the bottle there. I would call it Akureyri, but it's Akureyri. Iceland is an amazing country, absolutely wonderful, fantastic place. The scenery is amazing, the people are amazing, the schnapps is amazing, the staying out till 7 o'clock in the morning partying is amazing, and most importantly, I think their beer is amazing. Einstök are particularly good because they are, oh god, I think it's 60 miles from the Arctic Circle, and they use water that is, I think it says on the back here, flows from the prehistoric glaciers down that Hithifjall mountain and through the lava field to produce some of the purest water on earth that they use to brew these beers. I'm going to be trying the Icelandic White Ale, so it's a nice fruity style. It's a Belgian-ish kind of style, or a continental European style I should probably say. I've lost my bottle opener, there we go. Helps if you do these things prepared, of course. And look at the bottle, it's pretty cool. It's got a nice old Viking on the front of it. Really nice and plain and simple. A little bit of spiel on the back about where the Einstök brewery is. So without further ado, let's crack the bottle open and give it a good old smell. Let's see if I can't get anything coming off the top. A little bit. Oh, look at that. Well, certainly an active beer then. Certainly an active beer. Must be bottle conditioned. Yeah, it's bottle conditioned. You see all the sediment at the bottom. There's actually a lot. I didn't realise it was bottle conditioned. Maybe it's bottle conditioned when they ship it outside of Iceland. It wasn't when I tried it in Iceland, at least. So I've already had a bit of a pre-taste, but I've tried this one before, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's pour it on out. Give it a good glug with this one. And this is what happens when you use some of the purest water in the world. Look at that for a white ale. Look at that for a white ale. Isn't that the most gorgeous colour? It's so clear. So clear and pale and, well, so not clear, I should say, so pale, that's the word I was looking for. It's so pale. It is just the most wonderful shade of yellow. If you hold it up to the light, it's just like looking at a primary colour. It's fascinating to look at. It really is. And it is quite cloudy because it's bottle conditioned. I'm sure there's a lot of sediment going around in there, and it's produced a nice head, nice fluffy cloud-like head. I'm going to use this one to do a recipe with because I think it's going to go really well with the recipe, so check it out. Cooking with Bear number 3, we're going to be doing the pizza dough and pizza. So I'm not going to do a huge amount of drinking of this, but I have tried it before. I know the rough flavour profile, so I'm just going to give it a quick little bit of sip. Try and drink less than 100 millilitres of it because the rest of it I need to use for the recipe. So without further ado, let's get a bit of a nose. Oh, wonderful, spicy. It's got this nice kind of coriander kick to it. Coriander kick right at the top of it. And the rest of it is just all the sort of light fruits you can think about. It's lemony, it's grapefruity, it's citrusy, but really light and clean, fresh smelling citrus. It's not sweet like an orangey sort of smell, and it's not sour like a grapefruit. It's a very light and floral aroma. Oh, come on, I can think of the right words for it. Peachy's not right. It's almost like a non-sour citrus flavour I'm getting in here. Like a very nice and well-developed lemon sort of flavour. It's not too sour and it's lovely. And not too sweet at the same time, I might add. And it's really clear and distinct flavour. It's very much one unidirectional. It just smells so clean and straight cut. It's just lovely and fruity. It's the best way to put it. And if I was at a push, I'd say there's a little bit of yeast coming through as well. Nice kind of bit of coriander spiciness. The mainstay of it is just, I want to say melon actually. That's probably a good one. Kind of melony smell, you know, that sweet nectary sort of smell. But it's got a little bit of something else extra to it. That's what I'm kind of getting. Something like melons and lemons and grapes perhaps. Grapes without a vinous note. And I can't smell much in the way of a malt body going on, but as you can probably tell with it being so pale, you imagine they're using extra pale malts of some description to be able to get the sugars without affecting and imparting too much flavour into it. So without further ado, I'm going to try and not take too big a swig of this. And the flavour is exactly what you expect. It's so unbelievably, and I'm going to talk about mouthfeel first because that's what amazed me about this beer when I tried it abroad. The mouthfeel is so crisp and refreshing, almost lager-esque in the fact that it is so mouth-watering, quenching. It's got a nice depth, deep body to it, despite being such a light ale. Nice kind of heaviness on the palate, but it's so remarkably clean and just kind of washes right across your tongue and leaves such a clean and pure taste of the beer, which is that fantastic flavour of this melon and this lemon and this grapefruit, and all lovely and sweet and floral and coriander sort of flavours, and so distinct and separated away from anything else in the beer. It's wonderful in that respect, that it's the Icelandic water has allowed for the flavour of the hops to come through so magnificently. And a lovely degree of bitterness as well that kind of goes in hand with those lemony flavours, and it's a very nice, almost kind of tastes like you've bit into maybe a grapefruit. Maybe grapefruit's the best one because they're not too sour, making you go and doing the puckered face, but they've got a little bit of sweetness to them. It kind of tastes almost like you're literally just biting into a big bit of citrus fruit, and that's really pleasant. And there is a little bit of malt coming through at the edge as well. At the end even, there's a bit of a biscuity sort of malt kind of flavour coming through, bready maybe as well. That kind of just balances out a little bit, and the residual bitterness is very pleasant. It's very manageable. It's not too much. It's certainly not too low. And I really like this beer. I've liked it when I tried it before, and I still like it now, even though I've kind of carried on and moved on to other things. Go out and give them a try. Einstök makes some fantastic beers, they really do. I've got one of each of the bottles apart from this Christmas special one because it's such a pain to get hold of, and I'm definitely going to do reviews of them in the coming few reviews. Maybe spread them out a little bit, let them wait a bit. So yeah, go out, give Einstök a try. They've also got the Borg Brew House out in Iceland, and they're even harder to get hold of their beers. But I have a bottle of their barley wine, which is a Christmas special bottle, that one, and I'm going to let that one mature, and that's going to be a really special beer when that one's done. But Borg Brew House do amazing things, Einstök do amazing things. I really like Iceland, can you tell? Go out, give them a shot. Watch the video I'm going to be cooking with this fantastic little fella. You can probably tell that I'm hoping some of the flavours will impart into the dough and make it nice and crisp. So stick around and find out. Thank you ever so much. So one final thought on the beer, I completely forgot to do a rating. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. Because I really enjoy the beer and I think it's fantastic and so clean and light and refreshing. But it's not one of those groundbreaking beers again. I think the 9s and 10s round for me are going to be those groundbreaking beers. This fella isn't groundbreaking in that respect, but it is a fantastic interpretation of its style from Iceland. So definitely check it out. Please do. Remember to like, favourite, subscribe and comment below. If you can't get your hands on this, tell me, because there's plenty of websites I know that do stock it and places around. So if you ever want a bottle or something, I could always send one your way. Okay, thank you ever so much again.